Yo, what's up guys, how you all doing? I'm Paul the Tech Giant and welcome back to the channel, where today I'm going to be unboxing and taking a look at a wallet friendly accessory for your PlayStation 5, and that accessory is this Yoges cooling stand with controller charger. Now this stand has some great, standout features, so let's run through some of them. So first up, you're able to charge your controllers on it. Not only that, you're also able to store your games on it. It will also allow you to hang your headset off there. It offers additional charging ports. And on top of all of that, it also offers additional cooling. But the icing on the cake, and what I personally think looks great, is the digital temperature display. Okie dokie, let's crack on then. We're first going to take a look around the outside of the box. So as we can see, this is the Yoges cooling stand with controller charger. And just below that, we get an image of the stand itself. As we can see, we've got a couple of controllers sat on there, set headphones, and some games looking nice and tidy. Right, let's get this thing unboxed then and take a look at what we're dealing with. So first up, we have our user manual. Next up, we have what looks like a couple of hooks there for our headphones or headsets. And then we have a USB-A to USB-C cable. And finally, we come to the stand itself. So let's take a quick look around it. So starting off at what is the front. So we've got some controls just there, and I believe that these light up, so it should look very nice indeed. Just above that, we have the standout feature on this device, and that is the readout for the temperature of the hot air that is being drawn out of the PlayStation itself. Move around to the side, and we have those two charging stands there for our controllers, which is great that we can do two. Now move into the middle. You can see that we've got this vent going along here. So we've got fans inside here, as you can see at the back there. So it's going to draw away the hot air from the PlayStation and blow it out the back. Now around the back, we do have an input there for your USB Type-C. So that's going to be utilising that supplied cable, which will then plug into the back of the PlayStation 5 and power up the stand. Move around again, and we've got those slots there, or bays, for those games of ours to keep them all nice and tidy. Moving on along again, and we've got those additional ports. So we get a further two USB-Cs and a USB-A. And then finally, if we just flip it over, we can see that it is a metal construction on the bottom. Now you may notice that we do have a screw in the middle. Now this screw, as you can probably tell, is a longer screw to attach the PlayStation to the stand, because the supplied screw that you actually get with your PlayStation 5 won't be long enough. So it's great that that is included. Right, let's now get this stand fitted. But one thing I do just want to point out quickly is that the stand is compatible with the regular PlayStation 5 and not the slim version. Now, as you can see, I've got the standard vertical stand fitted to my PlayStation 5. If you haven't got this, then don't worry, you don't have to do this step, but I have. So what I'm going to do is just first unscrew that little thumb screw on the bottom and remove that screw just there. And as we can see, the difference in the length between the two screws, the supplied one with the new stand and the original one. So if we pop that off now, put that to one side, and we grab our stand and put that on like so. It's only one way it will go on. Pop the new screw in, and what I will say is that you will need a flathead screwdriver for this, because it's not a thumb screw like on the original, but that's no big deal. So just screw that down, and there we go. That's all nice and tight. And let's flip it over. Hey presto, simple as that. Now you may be wondering, is it secure? Yep, that is solid as a rock. Next up, we're going to fit the supplied USB-A to C cable. So this is going to power up this new stand. Simple enough to do. Plug it into one of the two inputs on the back, just like so. And then the USB-C into the input on the back of the stand. Finally, we're going to hook up now our PlayStation mains power cable. That's it, ready to go. Now that we got everything connected up, all we need to do now is turn on the PlayStation and hopefully it should power into life. And there we go. Now, as you can see, it is all lighting up beautifully. Now, to be fair, my camera doesn't do it justice. It looks a lot better in person than it does on the camera. It looks a little bit washed out. But yeah, we've got this light bar going along the bottom there, and all these buttons light up too. Now, if I press this light button just once, as you can see, it turns that light off. Another press turns it back on again, and you can see we've got that RGB sort of effect going on there, scrolling through, which looks very pleasant indeed. Now, if we want to actually turn off the whole lot, if we hold down the button there for a long press, there we go, completely powers off. Turn it back on, just the reverse, holding it down, there we go, comes back into life. So nice and simple, short press for the light on, short press for light off, and long press for on, and long press for off. Now, just to the right, we can see we've got two indicators there for our two different charging docks for our PS5 controller. Now, if I just put one of those on there, as you can see, it's lit up red to indicate that that is now charging. And if I grab a second one, pop that on there, there we go as well. That is also charging, which is great. And obviously it's the reverse. As soon as you take one off, it then goes back to that state, and same with the other. But for now, let's put those back on and get those charging. We're going to build up the whole stand for everything we can put on it. Let's now take a look at the cooling fans. So as you can see, we've got a button there lit up, and we've got two fan symbols. So we've got two stages. So if I press that button just once, fan may or may not hear that, but that has just kicked in, so we are on the low power mode there. One more press, and that turns up to its highest speed. And simply to turn it back off again, one more press, there we go. So it just simply rotates through depending on the amount of button presses. Now let's next take a look at the display, and I've just noticed we do actually have a little cover on there, protective film, so remove that, there we go, that's looking all nice and fresh. So as we can see, we get a reading in degrees F, and apparently at full cooling capacity, this can cool down by 8 degrees in 15 to 20 minutes. So that is pretty good. Now let's next take a look at the game storage. So I've got a few games to hand, and this can take up to 12 in total. Simple enough to do. Is just slot it in like that, and to be fair, nice firm grip on that, it's not just sliding about. Put another one behind that, there we go. Yeah, you can basically have to like push it in there a bit, and then it grips into place, so it's not going to easily just slide out, as you can see, just like that. Let's finally fit the brackets for our headset. Now this is simple enough to do. We've got two of these, and they just simply slot on like so, anywhere along the edge of the PlayStation. I'm going to put mine just there, just one for now. Got a set of headphones there, hang them on there, easy enough. And what you could do, you could pop another one on the other side if you want, so you could have two sets, or if you wanted just to make it a bit more secure, if you've got a very heavy set, you could also pair them up on one side and just hang them like that. And there you go. So let's just have a final look around it. And if you do like what you see, then I have some good news, because I do have a discount code. So if you use my code and link, you'll get yourself a further 10% off the price. So makes it even more wallet friendly. I think it looks very smart indeed. Nice and tidy. Love the lights there. Like I said, gotta love the display. Looks smart there with the games all nice and neat. And of course, the dual charging there for the controllers. Now do us a favour, if you have enjoyed today's video, then please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you already haven't. And hopefully, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye for now.